Okay, we're still doing the Curly Girl method of by Terry. Her website, by the way, is www.tightlycurly.com, and the other website, well, it's the same website, but the other address is www.biracialhair.org. So we've already shampooed and conditioned with the rinsing conditioner, and now we're going to do the combing conditioner. I'm using Herbal Essence None of Your Frizziness Smoothing Conditioner. And I don't really like this conditioner because the smell is kind of harsh. I also have the Dangerously Straight Herbal Essence conditioner, and I don't like that one either because after it dries, it just seems a little bit too harsh for such a little girl, and it doesn't really smell very good to me. So the next time I'm going to buy a different one, but it still serves its purpose. So you take a pretty generous amount and you put it in your fingertips, and you just try to avoid the scalp. Run it through her hair, or run it through your fingers, I guess, trying to avoid the scalp. And don't be stingy with it, because, you know, curly hair needs a lot of extra loving. Okay. The places where I normally, sometimes like in the front, the conditioner does get in her scalp. It doesn't seem to bother her. I don't notice her scratching her head or complaining. I never see any buildup, but I do have to wash her hair twice a week. I wash her hair on usually Wednesday or Tuesday and on Saturday because, you know, she's a little girl. She plays at school and everything like that, and they have sand, so she puts it in her hair and it gets dirty. So I do have to wash her hair more often, but I don't notice any buildup the day after or in between washes. I never notice any buildup, which is great. Because that was my biggest fear, that you can't leave conditioner in your hair because it's going to leave buildup. But her hair, about a day and a half, 2 days after I put the conditioner in there, you can't even tell that it has the conditioner in there. And I add conditioner to her hair every day, and you can't tell after it's dried and everything. So now all of the conditioners in there, so now it's the combing part. Terry recommends using a Denman brush, but which I do have, and it's a great brush to use because it has no like bubbles on the end, so your hair doesn't get snagged in it. But for her hair, I find that it doesn't really work. It doesn't serve its purpose. She has a very silky type texture hair when it's wet, so I just use a wide tooth comb. And looking at my fingers, I don't notice any breakage, which before my biggest problem with her hair, especially because it wasn't growing, was because it was breaking off. Every time I washed her hair, I would see bits and pieces in my hand and the comb, and I hardly ever see any hair now. And you see how easily the comb is going through her hair? It never did that before. Even with like a whole bunch of moisturizer and oil and stuff like that, it never glided through like this. And there's no hair on the comb at all. So just bring it through with the comb. And then once you're finished combing, you know, you rinse the comb and everything. Now it's time for the defining stage, which, you know, since she's little, I don't do what Terry does because that takes way too long. But it does need to be done because I don't know if you can notice it, but it looks kind of scraggly. I don't know if it's because it's white because the conditioner's in there or what. But when you define it, I just take a chunk at the bottom and I just run it through my fingers. Run through with my big thumb and my pointer finger. Just run it through. I just take a clump and I just run it through, trying to make sure, like, I put a little bit of pressure to, you know, make it straight and pull it all the way down, and then it curls still nicely back up. So you just pull it straight between your thumb and your pointer finger, pull it all the way down, pull it straight, and then let it go. Now, if you notice that you took it too big of a clump and the curl size is too big or it's too clumpy looking, just go back over it and make sure that make sure the pieces are getting separated enough when they fall back. Doesn't take very long. On Saturdays when I do this early in the morning to let her hair dry before we have to go out and do anything. On Wednesdays or Tuesdays, whenever I wash her hair during the week, I try to do it as soon as we get home, just to let her hair dry just a little bit before she has to go to bed. the next video I'll do is her nightly routine, what I do at night for her hair, as far as like protective care and things like that. Okay, and now we're done. Terry doesn't really recommend finger combing, which this is what I would assume I'm doing now, but I think for her hair, it works just fine. It doesn't pull, it doesn't snag, it doesn't act weird. I don't finger comb unless it's really moisturized and has like a lot of stuff in there, so I'm not doing it when it's completely dry. Okay, and now I'm going to show you what I do in the morning for her hair care. Okay, we're just going to pretend, but I take the a squirt bottle and I just squirt it 2 or 3 times in her hair just to get it a little bit moist, and then I have a Just For Me Curl Smoother Cream bottle. It's by Soft and Beautiful. I put the same conditioner, the combing conditioner, in there, so I think it's the dangerously straight one that's in here. And then I also put a little bit of Carefree Curl moisturizer in there, which is in the gold bottle. I put a little bit in there, and I also put some EVOO in there just to have, like, I just can't give up on my oils and stuff like that. So just to have a little bit of oil in there, just give it a little bit of shine and sheen on there. But I also have this Applegee's Gloss Therapy Spray, and it has UV protection in it. So I really, really like this because it protects her hair from the sun. So after I spray her hair with a little bit of water to get it moist, I add a generous amount of that mixture that I made with the conditioner and the moisturizer, put it through her hair. I absolutely love the way her hair looks when it's kind of dry and I put it in there, but you can do it wet, moist, or whatever. Put it in there and it should last the whole day. And that's it.